have a different kind of look depending on right spin, left spin, bouncer, straight, and then you throw that to the person whom you are training and ask, okay, right spin. So he will hold the right spinning ball, and that is how his brain will start understanding what he's looking at and how fast he's reacting. Why? Because the moment, say, Mayank Yadav is supposed to be the fastest bowler in India right now, when he throws a ball of 156 kilometers, you have only 450 microseconds by the time the ball leaves his hand and comes to you. When you blink, it takes 150 milliseconds, and you have only 150 to 30 milliseconds to think, understand what is that kind of a ball and how you want to deal with it. So it's so fast, and for that you have to have that brain memory, so that will come with the practice, and of course that's what they are doing on the field. But you as an optometrist, can have a niche practice and say, hey, I'm a sports vision optometrist. Soon I'm going to invite Nitesh, and then we'll have a practical talks about how it can be implemented in India. Incidentally, he's also a good cricket lover. I don't call him player. But yes, so these are some of the references. You can go online and check and try to learn more about it, because ophthalmologists are interested in surgery. All non-surgical part is your area, and if you can learn, if you can adopt something and add that niche to your practice, will definitely help. And as Nitesh was talking about why you should practice orthokeratology or scleral lenses, then you can stand out from the lens cards and other spectacle suppliers, and you call yourself an optometrist. So I'll just use this podium to show you that your brain is very, very malleable, and it has a lot of power. So we'll do a small experiment here right now, just to prove how the brain works. So I want you to do like this, and you will realize one finger, the middle finger, one finger may be a little taller than the other. So remember that. Okay, so now my left finger is a little taller. Okay, now leave your hand, close your eyes, and imagine your right finger is going, whatever is your opposite finger, is becoming taller than the left finger. It's becoming little enlarged, it is little taller, it is going little, more in height compared to your other finger. Just for 30 seconds or a minute or so, think over it, close your eyes and think. See, this is very good exercise. You can grow any other body parts using this technique. So, okay, let us do that again. Tell me what happened. My right finger increased. How about you? Right? So, yeah, so your brain power is still, you have to work on it, but it works. So this is the power of brain. Instantly it can happen. So use that brain power to achieve goals in your life. I invite Nitesh on the board, and this is what I have added into my practice now in India, along with the sports vision. This is eye spa and oxygen therapy. See, this is all, you can also do it. That's why I'm trying to show you, because nowadays you don't get many patients, so you have to.
It works. You just talked about cricket. Now, how I got into cricket was, again, he talks about dinosaur. I'm from the dinosaur era too. I don't know if many of you heard about Vivian Richards, the cricketer, the great batsman. All-rounder, but the best batsman that there was. And with Vivian Richards, I was watching cricket at Lord's. I was a child, I think I was 14 or 15 at the time.
Don't say that. You don't have your age.
And every time the bowlers came, they were fast bowlers at the time, and they bowled at him and he would hit a six, and then he would say, suddenly, the bowler is coming, and he would stop the bowler in mid. And I was wondering what he was doing. The guy had 6'4" vision. He was very reactive. But every over, at some point, he would stop. And luckily, in the dressing room, I went there. I was part of the school team, and we were invited in there. And I asked him, "Sir, why were we stopping the bowler every 3 or 4 hours, the bowler coming in?" And he said, "I was looking behind the screen. You know the wooden screen? The white screen that there is right at the end? He could see somebody moving. That perception of the ball leaving, he was aware, and he had been trained by an optometrist on that perception. So he would note that. He would stop the bowler completely. And even the commentary people say, "Why is Vivian Richard stopped?" But he was so accurate. In this next ball, the bowler came, nobody was there, 6. So somebody behind the screen, that's what he was looking at. And if you look at certain, like Sunil Gavaskar, the other player who just retired, Sachin. Again, watch the game. If you go to look at the replays, they were always looking at that screen. Now, the other thing with cricket is accommodation. Fielders need accommodation. Batsmen need accommodation. So, a lot of them might get accommodation exercises. Just a flipper. +1, +2. Sit them down. Get them to accommodate. Get them that exercise. And you'll see an improvement. I get a lot of children coming in. That's what we do. It's a simple exercise, it works. Then Marsden ball. Again, we use a Marsden ball hanging on a string. You can just do that. And all you tell them is move your head. Now with the Marsden ball, there's a various ways of teaching. But the reason why I teach the cricketers with that is that they can move their head. So when they're fielding, they're trying to catch a ball, they're moving. So they will get it. Now, Damien, I think you remember Australia lost against rugby against England a long time ago, 12 years ago.
Rub your wounds.
Yes. It was only one time England won. The World Cup in Australia. And it was the last try. If you go back, you can look it up. Watch when the kick was done to pass the ball. A night before, there were markers put on the lines, on the edge of the white line. Australians didn't know. That kick and the player catching that ball, he wasn't looking at the bowler, the player. He was looking at those markers. The distance perception. Getting that ball right, and at the last try, England won the World Cup rugby. You can look it up where the player is kicking and where he's looking.
So if India wants to be the maximum gold medal winner in next Olympics, I think everybody should give a little effort. And I know we have a space issues here, so you cannot actually put all those things. And we are always trying to find some jugaad kam. So what you can do is you can find the nearest club. Tell them, hey, I can do this. Do it for free for initial thing, because they will be welcoming you. And if you can perform, if you can improve their performance, you are on board. So hope to see some of you next time.
Yeah. And in Olympics, you are invited wherever they're held. Or optometrists are invited nowadays. You can volunteer and go there. Some football teams will, in UK, soccer teams like Manchester United, Leicester City, we can go there. We can actually learn. I'm part of the Leicester City group, so we do go there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.